Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. In this video, I'm gonna be breaking down Kendrick Lamar's latest video, which is titled N95. All right. Now, a lot of y'all been asking me about his previous video, which was titled My Heart, but I found a lot of things interesting in this video right here. All right. Now, if you didn't know, N95 is a reference to the mask, okay? And basically, this song was written to basically expose, the industry and a lot of things that's going on. If some of y'all may or may not know, Kendrick had announced that this would be his last album on TDE, all right? If we look at the whole roster of TDE now, they're making a little slight bit of changes where, these artists that they're currently signing are going in a different lane. I'll just say that. But Kendrick is pretty much done with the antics, so, this might be, a hiatus moment for him where we might not see him anymore. Like artists like Andre 3000 and Jay Electronica and these type of individuals where, they just fall back from the industry, all right? But like I said, Kendrick Lamar is pretty much done with the business, and he did a lot of exposing on this album as well, too. But we're going to break down this video here titled N95, all right? Okay, so this video starts off with the words, "This shit hard," going across the screen 9 times, all right? Now, we could get into the whole concept of numerology and everything of that nature, but I want to break down the true definition on why this is said throughout the song and why these words are put at the very beginning of this video, okay? When Kendrick Lamar says, "This shit hard," throughout, the song, he's not referencing to the song being actually good. He's referencing to being in his position in the industry, all right? A lot of people say it takes hard work to get where I'm at, all right? But he's basically saying that, you're going to have to get down with the get down, all right, to basically be a part of this industry here, all right? And this is basically, this album here is, my opinion, Kendrick's, way of saying he doesn't want to be a part of this mess anymore, all right? Okay, so the video now cuts to a young man, all right, sitting on what appears to be the beach here, while you see Kendrick in the back floating above the ocean, all right, in that Messiah form, okay? But him portraying himself as a Messiah right here, this right here is kind of blasphemous in itself, okay? Because we all know the true meaning of why they're doing this, okay? Like I said to you guys all the time, right? When you sign these contracts, okay, you are basically a slave to these contracts. Now, with it being Kendrick's last album on TDE, okay, he's still going to be signed to Interscope Aftermath, all right? So no matter what or how long he decides to put out music, Kendrick Lamar will always be signed to Interscope Aftermath, okay? Because he can't go independent. He's a high commodity, all right? Okay, so here, Kendrick has to play the role of the puppet here, and we see him in the scene, which is practicing duality again here, all right? Now, like I said, the reason why they put duality in these videos is for one or two reasons, or both, all right? Is to tap into your subconscious mind, all right, to get you to be focused on the visuals, okay? Because whatever they're trying to project to you, all right, they're going to use these images, all right? So when we see this chessboard skirt, mini skirt on this young woman here, all right, and the scene is basically in a color scheme of black and white, All right, they're practicing that double duality. All right, as above, so below. When you're doing these type of things, it's not going to work if you don't have these type of things involved. All right, we're gonna keep it moving though. Okay, so here we see a picture of Kendrick Lamar, what appears to be rapping in the camera. All right, but like I said to you guys before, when you see them breaking mirrors and things of that nature, all right, in these videos or movies or TV shows, okay, they're trying to put that negative energy, okay, onto the viewer. All right, they have to keep you at a lower frequency, okay, so that they can remain on a higher frequency. All right, if you become on a higher frequency as such as they are, all right, the spell will no longer work. All right, this is why I do these videos, to kind of like wake people up out of these spells, you know, because most people, they don't understand, you know, that this stuff is real, you know, and you know, whatever they doing behind closed doors, all right, like I said, I don't put it past Kendrick Lamar to be dealing with certain things, because, you know, you got to play both sides of the game in that business. All right, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right. Okay, so here it cuts to a scene of Kendrick Lamar with his eyes blurred out. Okay, now this right here is a representation of the blindfolds. Okay, and the bandana tied around his neck. Okay, to represent him being a part, okay, of this society. All right, that secret society. Okay, now when we see this here, okay, this is a clear indication that he had to participate in these things, okay, to get to the level where he is. All right, now whether he decided to change his life or not down the line, okay, we all know that Kendrick first came into business with the bull crap. All right, so it changes here to a scene of Kendrick holding what appears to be a pigeon. All right, now we look up this, it's a subliminal messaging, meaning to be pigeonholed. All right, let's look up the meaning here. All right, so it says to put someone in a pigeonhole. All right, to unfairly think of or describe someone or something as belonging to a particular group. All right, having only a particular skill. All right, etc. Okay, so basically saying that, you know, he doesn't want to be, you know, this rapper anymore. All right, he doesn't want to be in that category anymore. All right, and he's pretty much done with the industry. Okay, he's breaking free from the industry. All right. Okay, so here is a scene that is very important. Okay, like I said, Kendrick is, you know, he's always going to be signed to Interscope Aftermath. Okay, there are top-notch artists, okay, that do these lifetime record deals with these music companies. Okay, and they're pretty much owned by these companies. No matter what they do, they're owned by them. Okay, and I truly believe Kendrick Lamar is one of those artists. Okay, which is why he's heavily promoted by every broadcast station. Okay, they have to promote him at the highest of high. All right, because they want to make sure that he is going to be labeled as a legend. All right, when you sign that contract for a lifetime deal and you put your soul on the line, okay, you can't get it back no matter what you try to do. But at the end of the day, you'll always belong to them. All right. So here is an indication of him performing in an empty stadium or an arena, okay, with two young ladies on the other end of the piano, okay, to represent when everybody leaves, when the show's over, okay, he's still a slave to music. All right, he's still going to be a slave to music. All right, no matter what. All right, because he put his soul on the line for this. Okay. As you can see here, he has a face of depression, okay, of distraught, okay, of misery, to be basically clear that he made that decision that he can't go back on. All right, like I said, when people do this stuff, okay, to reap the benefits, all right, they put their soul out there, all right, and you know they can't sleep, they can't focused. They you know, it's always something. You know, there's a lot of depression that comes with that. Okay, and you know, these people go through it. You know what I'm saying? They go through it on a day-to-day basis. All right, but let's keep going here. Okay, so now it cuts to the scene where Kendrick is being chased by a group of individuals. Okay, now this is subliminally saying to the viewer that he's escaping. Okay, he's escaping from this industry. Okay, and as he's running, the words "this shit hard" comes across the screen again. Okay, now like I said, it's not in reference to the actual song being a good song. Okay, it is to symbolize him saying playing in this field is a very hard job. Okay, and he wants out. All right, he's trying to get out of there. Okay, when we see this here, you know, this lets you know that, you know, these people, they're not always as happy as they portray to be. Okay, when we look at it, yes, it's art, but at the same time, there are messages to be said to the viewer. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Okay, so now, if you guys remember, right, this is a form of duality again. If you guys remember at the very beginning, where he was levitating over this very same ocean with the young man, okay, now you see it is nighttime. Okay, so they're playing with that duality. Okay, you know, that as above, so below. Okay, but here's the thing. Kendrick Lamar is not a messiah, okay, but they want to depict that to the viewer that he is, all right, but he is not a messiah, all right, and this is what I'm saying, the younger generation will view him as such, all right. This is that godlike complex that they want to portray to the viewer, all right. Okay, so now this is very interesting here. Now, we all know about the steps of the occult and things of that nature and how these people like to involve themselves in a lot of these things. But here's an image of Kendrick Lamar walking down what appears to be a flight of steps alongside of a waterfall. Okay, but at the very bottom, okay, it seems to be shaped as a pentagram, all right, which would appear to be the abyss, okay? So as he's walking down, he's going downward, okay? If he was going upward, that would mean he was on his way to righteousness. But him going downward, all right, he's choosing that path, all right? But now, like I said, when they do these type of things, it's always to play with your mind, okay? It's always to play with your mind, all right? Okay, so here, this was very interesting. And now some people might have just saw this to be, you know, deemed as, you know, being a race baiting situation, right? But understand, there's always, okay, a deeper meaning behind a lot of this stuff, all right? Now, they have the young man here, all right, making a decision to choose the white doll or the black doll, all right? But the young man chooses the white doll. Okay, but here's the thing. This is the reason why they did it. Okay, it has nothing to do with race. All right, although that is a prime factor, but it has a double meaning. It means that the young man is choosing the light over the darkness. Okay, like I said, they want the young generation to be enlightened. All right, if you listen to the lyrics of the song, let's go to the lyrics of the song here. All right. So it starts off at the very beginning of the song. He says, "Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell." Okay? When he says new world, all right, he's talking about that new world order. Okay? That new generation. Okay? All right, so I found this to be very interesting as well here. All right, now Kendrick is here. What appears to be he's walking on water. All right, mimicking your boy Jesus Christ. All right, you know, being blasphemous in its own sense. All right, but also here I found this very odd that he is wearing an apron. All right, so now if you guys know about the apron and what all of that deals with, all right, this is a clear indication like you got to get down with the get down. okay? In order for you to progress and level up to the next level, you have to participate in these groups, all right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? All right, so, with Kendrick doing this right here, it's clear that he's going to be taking the next step, into the industry, and like I said, I don't put it past none of these people. They may come off and say, hey, I'm an Israelite, but then you don't know what these people are doing behind closed doors, man, because they're in the industry, all right? They have to do this stuff, all right? Okay, so here is a representation of him being under possession, okay? Now, this woman back here is to represent that spirit, okay? Him being under possession of the spirit, okay? But the tables turn, and now he's above the woman, and she's under his possession, okay? So it shows that he dominated that spirit, okay? He's escaping that spirit, all right? But he's going to level up, all right? Which is why all of these crucifixes are placed in the background, okay? To protect them from this devilish spirit, okay? But, like I said, this is what these people got to do. They got to play with this stuff. All right, they gotta play with it. All right, now this I found to be very weird, but then again, it wasn't. Okay, he has his artist here, also his blood cousin, Baby Keem, kiss him on the cheek. Now, I had a viewer call in, right, and she had basically said that TDE was making changes, which I agree with. You had artists like Isaiah Rashad, okay, who's now embracing the gay community, okay, and now they have also an artist over there who is somewhat of a, of that group over there, all right? So it's kind of going to be like out with the old and with the new as far as with TDE, okay? I don't know too much about it, or what's going on. But I know that this scene right here was very weird, and even Kendrick was taken back by it, okay? But they, like I said, they all planned this stuff. They all planned it, all right? But this is what you got to partake in, all right? You got to get involved in that type of business if you want to make it, all right? All right, so we're going to take a look into Young Thug's Danny Glover video, all right? I saw some things in this video that I was like, yo, what in the world? And I figured I would talk about it, and break it down for you guys, all right? So the video starts off with a bunch of images that are going very fast across the screen, which appear to be some evil images. But then it pans to this very specific image here, all right? Of three doors, the three doors, okay, the three doors, all right, and then that second door, all right, is the woman, all right, that woman. We've seen this in the Chris Cross video I told you about, all right, that woman, okay, but this is the representation of, being a part of these groups, getting down with that mess, all right. So when we see this here, Young Thug is basically down with the program, all right? All right, so now we see Young Thug here throwing up the 6, right? And he's letting it be known that he's partaking, all right, in these type of behaviors here, okay? So he's down with the get down. He's got his arms crossed here, throwing up the 6, letting them know I'm with it. All right, I'm with the business, okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm with it, all right? Now, this I found to be very weird and strange, all right? But you're going to probably say I'm bugging, okay? But it cuts to the part of the video, all right, where they're showing hands grabbing out towards Young Thug, okay? Like I said, this is a form of spirit possession, okay? Being under that demonic possession, all right, where spirits are attacking them, all right? One of those gates of hell there, all right? But this I found to be very weird, all right? If you look very closely here, all right, this is a man's hands that are grabbing Young Thug, all right? Now, like I said, there's a lot of funny business that goes on in this industry behind closed doors, all right? Most people don't think that it happens, But, if you really analyze it and see it for what it is, it actually does. All right. Yeah, but we're gonna keep it moving here. Okay, so in this song, Young Thug actually shouts out his boy Hades. Okay, let's take a look here and what he said. Okay, so he said at this very point, "Stone on my lifestyle, I'm living too wild. I came to make you proud." And when he says "I came to make you proud," he's talking about the devil. That money keep her around. In love with her head, I can't turn it down. Can't wait for my time to come back around. All right. She see that you don't got Lil Hades style. Okay. Now, if you don't know who Hades is, okay, now I'm not talking about the country Hades. Let's go to who Hades is. Okay, Hades, all right, in the ancient Greek religion and myth is the god of the dead and the king of the underworld, all right, with which his name became synonymous, all right. So now, people may mistake it as he was talking about the country Haiti, but he was actually referencing Hades, okay, Hades. All right, so you have to be very careful with a lot of that stuff as he's throwing up the Baphomet hands. All right, so he letting you know he's not talking about Haiti, the country. He's talking about that guy downstairs. All right. Okay, so here, as we see, pouring blood on each other, in a bathtub. Okay, in a bathtub. All right, letting you know that this is all satanic stuff here. All right, so I don't want to hear that Young Thug is not with it. Okay, he's down with the get down. All right, he's down with it. You feel me? So we taking a look at this. We see here, and she's got her hands in the Baphomet position. Okay, all of these things take place in the industry, man. You want to be a part of this mess? By all means, go ahead. But I'm telling you, man, be careful, man. Be careful. Okay, so here, this image is self-explanatory in itself. All right, you got Young Thug here with the red fingernail polish. All right, now, some guys out there may say, oh, he just doing it to get, people riled up. He's gay or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to break down what this means, okay? This is a clear indication of being a part of the occult, okay? Now, I made this statement before and said that when I worked in the industry, I asked the person what the paint on their fingernail, their pinky fingernail, meant. They had black nail polish on there, and they told me that they couldn't tell me, all right? But after doing my own research, I actually found out, okay, what it really meant, all right? And Young Thug wasn't the only person to actually paint his fingernails red. Also, the likes of Sammy Davis Jr., who also painted his fingernails red, okay? And also was a proud Satanist, okay? So it says here, he embraced superstardom and wouldn't turn down any opportunity, be it drink, drugs, or sex. His motto was, yes, I can. In his autobiography, Why Me?, he tells how in 1968 he ran into a group of actors, one of whom said, hey man, there's a party. You want to go? Talking about that Satan party. All right. And each had one red painted fingernail marking them out as Satanists. All right. He went on. I was curious. Evil fascinated me. I felt it lying in wait for me, and I wanted to taste it. I was ready to accept the wildness, the rolling in the gutter, and having to get up the next morning and wash myself clean. All right, but when we see this red painted fingernail here on Young Thug, okay, he's letting it be known that he's practicing devil worship. All right, so when we see him in these type of situations, okay, it's because he didn't renegotiate. All right, you got to play the game. You can't be half-assing. You can't see. Here's the thing, right? When these people, all right, deal with these demons or deities or whatever, and then they stop doing it, okay, they're gonna get punished for that. All right, you're gonna get punished for it. All right, if you don't turn your life over to God, you're gonna get punished for it. I'm just telling you this. All right. So yeah. All right. So with that being said, I hope I broke this down for y'all as clear as day. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I had to give y'all some type of footage this week. All right. So I hope everybody has a blessed week and stay safe out there. And like I say, keep your eyes open at all times. Keep your head on the swivel and stay blessed. All right. Peace.